Okay, I have something fun to share with you today. As you can see, I have all of the face cards well mixed by suits and colors. In fact, we'll be mixing these cards quite a bit. So if you happen to notice anything interesting to this packet, it will soon be utterly destroyed. In fact, why don't we begin with the Klondike Shuffle? This is a great way to mix cards and disrupt any arrangement that you might have in mind. Okay, so that's the Klondike Shuffle. We can follow that up with a Charlier Shuffle. You've seen that before. We can then just deal out half the cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's have you decide how to stack these. Left on right or right on left. You want right on left? Okay. And now I'm going to deal out into 6 piles. Let's see if we can fit it here. I think we can. Okay, how would you like me to stack? Left to right or right to left? Your choice. Left to right? Okay. We can also do something called leapfrog stacking. It's kind of a fun way to stack when you have an even number of piles. Would you like to see that? Yes, you would. A leapfrog from right to left. Okay, so this one leaps over its neighbor. This one leaps over its neighbor. This one leaps over its neighbor. So does this one. Random stack here, left on right. Okay, very good. We can also deal out into 2 piles as many times as you like, actually. How would you like these stacked? Right on left? Okay, so I just want to make a note to you as the performer. You can deal out into 2 piles, as I've done here, as many times as you like. You can also deal out into 6 piles, as I've done here, as many times as you like. And now we're going to just deal out the cards into 2 piles. But this time we won't stack them right away. What we're going to do is have you remove the top card of either one. You want the one on the left? Okay, very good. And then what we're going to do is flip this face up and set this card along with that one right there. Okay, and then we'll flip that back down. And how would you like these stacked? Left on right? Okay, very good. Now what I thought we would do is deal out into 5 piles, so 1 less than last time. How would you like these stacked? Left to right or right to left? Left to right? Okay, very good. Okay, and we'll do another one of those. And in fact, you need to know as the performer, you can do as many of these as the spectator asks for. Maybe they want stacking from right to left, that's fine. So you can do 1 of those or 20 of them. It won't hurt anything. You can always deal out into two piles, if I can speak, with random stacking decided by the spectator, left on right. Should we do 1 more of those? Just 1 more? Okay. How would you like them stacked this time? Right on left. Okay. So just know that you can do as many of those as you would like. And so why don't we deal out, but not stack this time immediately at least. Would you like to choose the top card of either pile? It's your choice. The one on the right? Okay, very good. So what we'll do here is we'll flip that pile, and then we'll put this card right there. Now, how would you like these restacked? Left on right? Okay, very good. Now I thought we would deal out into 4 piles with random stacking, of course, from right to left or left to right. Right to left? Okay. In this case, we can actually do leapfrog. Because we have an even number of piles. Would you like leapfrog? Which direction? Left or right? Okay, so this one leaps over its neighbor. This one leaps over its neighbor. How would you like these stacked? Left on right. Okay, and as always, we can deal into 2 piles. Random stacking decided by you, right on left. Okay, and you can do as many of these as the spectator calls for. You want right on left again. Okay, very good. Okay, so we'll deal out into 2 piles, and we'll give you a chance to remove the top card of either. You want this one on the right? We'll flip the left, set this one on top, flip this over. How would you like these stacked? Right on left. Okay, very good. We'll deal into 3 piles, random stacking from left to right or right to left. Right to left. Okay, very good. And just know that you can do as many of these as you like. You want left or right this time? And we can always deal into 2, random stacking. You can do as many of these as the spectator calls for. You want left on right this time. Okay, well, let's deal out into 2 piles. Which top card would you like? The one on the left? Okay, very good. So we'll flip this one face up. take that card, set it right there, flip this down. Okay, how would you like these stacked? Left on right. Okay, well, we're down to just 4 cards here. And I just noticed that we're going off the screen, so I apologize for that. I need to watch the camera. Sorry about that. You should have said something over the internet to me. I apologize for that. Okay, so we're down to 4, so we'll just deal into 2 piles. You want right on left. Okay, maybe do that again. You can do this as many times as you like, left on right. Okay, and then we'll deal out into 2 piles, and then which of these would you like flipped over as far as the top card, one on the left. Okay, so we'll set that one down right there along with the bottom. Oh, we've kind of given it away. Sorry about that. Looks like we got one right. So don't make that mistake when you go to do this. Okay, so let's see how we did. We got at least 1 pair right. How did we do with the others? Well, considering all of the mixing that we did, we really should not have more than 1 or 2 of these right. Oh, we got one there. And, oh, a third one. 3 for 3, 4 for 3, 5 for 3, 6 for 3. Excellent work. Okay, so just don't make the mistake that I did with the king. And you'll nail this, and you will look like an absolute genius. Okay, or the spectator will think they're a genius because they're making all of the important decisions about stacking. Okay, so quickly, how does this work? How should I show this to you? Okay, so we can stack. We're kind of in a good place, as always. So maybe mix these up a bit. Okay, so this is called an AMP, adjacent mirrored pairs. This is not what I showed you. We're going to just tweak it a little bit, but this is kind of where you begin the setup. So this is what I did right before the presentation. And then what I did was I dealt out into 2 piles because a left-right shuffle will convert an AMP structure to a 2-cycle structure. Okay, it will always do that. Let's show you the structure here. Okay, so 2 cycle length 6. So if you look at the top 6 and the bottom 6, you'll see the following. The first card in each cycle: red king, black jack, black queen, red jack, red queen, and black king. So this is a cyclic construction. Now that's not what I showed you. That's important. And I was you probably could get away with showing this. I don't know how many spectators would notice the structure here, but I decided to hide the structure just 1 level here. So what I did was, so before you saw the cards, I performed a mange. I think it was under, over, or over, under. It doesn't matter which one. Okay, so I performed a mange shuffle. Okay, and so what that will do is it'll scramble the cards a bit, so that really there won't be any consistent structure to what's going on with this packet whatsoever. Okay, now you might think you see things, and then if you look for a certain pattern, you'll realize that pattern breaks down. Okay, so this is the kind of thing I started with. Okay, now because I performed a mange shuffle, to get back to my 2-cycle, the first thing I did, if you remember, was a Klondike shuffle, because the Klondike and the mange are inverse functions of each other, inverse shuffles. Okay, so I showed you the cards, and then I said, well, let's mix these up, and then I did the Klondike. Okay, so I did a Klondike shuffle, and now it's back to a 2-cycle. Okay, from there, to convert it to we need a mirrored packet in the end. We need a mirrored structure. It's a 2-cycle. To convert it to a mirrored packet, you just deal out half the cards and then have the spectator tell you how to stack these. It doesn't matter. And this will now be a mirrored structure. What does that mean? That means as you come in from the ends, so we get red queens, black kings, black queens, red jacks, red kings, black jacks in the middle. Okay, so this has a mirrored organization to it. Well, because of that, you have the stay stacked principle. And that says for each divisor of the packet size, you can deal out the cards into that many piles with random stacking from left to right or right to left. If you have an even number of piles, you can actually do a leapfrog stacking, which I showed you. Okay, so all of the packets that we're going to work with, or that I did work with, we could always deal them out into 2 piles with random stacking, because we had packet sizes of 12, 10, 8, 6, and 4. And all of those are divisible by 2. Okay, but the full packet 12 is divisible by 6. Okay, so that's what I decided to do. So I dealt out into 6 piles like that. And so you can do left to right stacking or leapfrog. Kind of go like that if you would like. Okay, random stacking here. And then you can deal out into 2 piles repeatedly. Now we won't go through all of the dealing. I'll talk through some of it. So you can do as many of those as you like, but this is still mirrored. It still has that organization that I talked about. Look at the red kings on the outside. Come in 1, the black queens, and so forth. Okay. Now, when you have a structure like this and you deal it out into 2 piles, these are mirrored piles. What does that mean? That means the top card here is related to the bottom card of the other pile. The same thing here. The top card here is related to the bottom one there. Okay, so that gives away a good part of the secret there, because what I said was, okay, so choose either pile and we'll set aside the top card from that pile. Okay, I said it wrong just a moment ago. So maybe you go like this. Now we know that this one is related to that one. Okay, so when I flip this up, I know that I will be pairing these, right? This is going to be a pair, and then you flip those down, random stack. Well, think about it. This is still mirrored, but now it's of size 10. Okay, and so because it's of size 10, we can actually deal out into 5 piles, because 5 is a divisor of 10. You can't do leapfrog stacking here because they have 5 piles. We have an odd number of piles instead of an even. But you can stack from left to right or right to left. And of course you can always deal into 2 piles because 2 divides 10. Okay, and then you do the same thing, okay, that we just did. So you give the spectator the choice to set aside either top card, maybe this one, and then you flip this one face up, set that card next to that one, flip this down, random stack. Okay, and then from here we'll go to 8 cards. So you can deal that out into 8 piles. Sorry, you could actually into 8, but we can deal it out into 4 piles. Random stacking from left to right, right to left, or leapfrog. And you can also deal it out into 2 piles with random stacking. Okay, and then you just go through the same thing of dealing into 2 piles. Spectator chooses the top card of either one. You flip the other pile, take that bottom card and pair it with the one that you've set on the table. And you do that all the way down to 6 cards, 4 cards, and then the final pair. Okay, so this will work for you every time. And so it's using a lot of principles on the Absolute Math Magic channel. And in particular, the stay stack principle is being used extensively. So I will add a link in the description below to the stay stack principle so that you can look that up. I can also add a link in the description below to my improv card magic series, where you learn about these AMP structures, 2 cycles, and mirrored structures, and how they're related, and how different shuffles allow you to move from one kind of structure to another. Okay, so anyway, that's the secret. So have fun with that and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.